Let me just make sure I have every shut off. And Boomercast live. Woo. Hello.
Was good.
We have missed you.
Meow.
I don't know.
Sorry about the dogs. Of course, they choose now to start fucking barking.
Oh, that's
So,
fine.
yeah, here's what's gonna happen. If you start streaming with me, everybody's gonna want to be buddy with you again.
Oh, no, I know that. I'm already
Since-
prepared for that. No. Again, I said very clearly in the tweet out post, this is not a team up between Vida and myself. I'm
I
sure
saw.
that there's going to be... Oh, yeah, no, all the people who, like, disavowed, I'm sure that there'll be a couple people, like, put me in. My response to Jace would be, like, you could have streamed with Vida a long time ago by now.
Oh, dude, fucking Jace.
Well, no. Let's get to this whole point here, though. The whole we're not so different. So let me explain the big difference.
I
here.
did not say that.
Okay, just in case you're thinking about that.
Okay. What I was saying is that is how this typically works out. Is everybody's like, oh, fuck Anthony. Oh, what? He's talking with Vida. Oh, never mind. Fuck Anthony.
I don't think everybody. I think you'll get like a handful of people who will fucking want to pop
at
in
least the Barrel people. I could say that much. You know, old Barrel is fallen quite a ways.
So, again, all day today, and I know it's only been one day so far, so it's a bit early for me to brag. I have not tried to contact my ex, who was of age. So that's why I would say that I'm in a better place. And on top of that, Vida, I've fucked up quite a bit. I'm salty, obviously, because fucking it's my ass in a sling, but I still support Leo's decision because, unlike what Slaughter pointed, like, you don't really care about the kids. If I didn't care about the kids, I'd go after fucking Leo. That's dumb. Like, he's going to be the one who takes the fucking reins, obviously. So there you go. That's why I keep saying everyone go to Leo Convoy Reviews' channel. He's going to keep fucking people in fucking goddamn the loop. I will say, yes, no, I am aware he is cutting my balls off behind my back right now. But I guess I'm not important to the game plan. So be it.
In regards to the whole X thing, Mint, I'm just going to say there's a lot going on behind the scenes that other people aren't privy to, and it's not just me. That's all I'm going to say. So just putting that out there, because I don't want to say anything specific.
So she's blackmailing you? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's... Fuck, tell you what, are we streaming yet?
Oh yeah, no, we totally... The minute we hit the call, I was already streaming. Shit.
Damn it.
Let me just make sure that the audio's coming. That'd be hysterical if it didn't. Oh god, that'd suck so bad. Let me see.
Yep. On Fan and Frenzy, or what are you streaming?
I think it's the main. Let me take a look. Oh, fuck. Let's see.
You don't even know what you're streaming on.
There we go.
Ruza live Anthony with Vida.
Live. Yes, I am aware that Ruza is live. Shout out if anybody wants to check out Ruza's stream. He's talking with not Patrick, Tinker. They're talking about Tinker.
Okay.
I'm assuming it'll be her not apology.
Important question: why the fuck is it live with Vida ?
I didn't know if you did stay in the call.
I mean, we weren't gonna stream yet. God fucking damn it.
Yeah, no, I was like, well, he left. Well, this is gonna be a short stream, guys.
Yeah, no, I'm just curious. What the fuck happened? Why is everybody jumping down your throat?
So I feel like annoying having to beat this one to death. I was in stream with Stallion of Slaughter. I had an Anthony moment because fucking he said some shit that pissed me off, and I was like, blah 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 blah. You've sexualized your kid with a sex pillow, which, as I've had it point out by several people beating me over the head. That's not true, Anthony. Shut the fuck up. There you go. I've put that post out. Originally, we politely had a call where it was me, Ruza, and freaking Slaughter Pony. And that time, believe it or not, I didn't record, nor did I take a picture of the guy and his kid and the pillow, because I thought it would be in bad taste And wouldn't you know it, it came back and haunted me. So there you go. That said, Vida,
That's it.
that's the beginning. I didn't have to fucking goddamn get into it with him. I didn't have to get into that stream. So I'm not going to be like, it's all because of that. Like, Anthony could have pumped the brakes at any point in time. We did another call where Bernie Inspector was trying to mediate it. I kind of snapped at Bernie Inspector. He took something I said way worse than it should have been. Yes, Super Duper Trooper, I smell bullshit. No, we're me and Vida are not friends. He offered the stream.
No, I just wanted to know. Well, technically, I didn't offer the stream. You wanted the stream, but I wanted to know what the fuck was going on. So that's why I'm here.
I won't go into my ex. He's in the chat. You feel free to answer that. Go ask them yourself. Which I'm sure they don't want to talk to you either.
Oh, but I thought everybody fucking liked me, man.
Well, a couple of wrong turns will take that wrong.
So is that literally it? Just you said some things that upset people and that's it?
A little bit more than that. But that's... You can say the real wrong things and piss someone off. Remember what I said about your ex and I caught you at the wrong time?
I do not. My memory is shit.
So originally, you remember when Rocky hit on you, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, you dated a cripple. And then you're like, yeah, uh-huh. You like took it off like a champ. And like later on, I did like the same thing, but you're... I forget the name of the ex. Was not doing so hot at the time, and you got really pissed off.
Yeah, the whole terminal illness thing, yeah.
I thought I was going to take the same heat that Rocky did, which is like you going, yeah, go fuck yourself. Or maybe even less. I seem to have luck with having the wrong time for shit.
To be fair, you did it more publicly. Like, I think that changed the game a little bit.
Well, there you go, guys. You're learning something in the stream. It's true. It's not that I've hid this shit. Anthony, no, he's not being buddy-buddy with him. I'm keeping him talking. Feel free to pass some questions my way, Step. I'll read them off into the call.
Of course, I'm not going to answer anything that might get me in trouble. Just
all right.
Saying that. But, yeah, everybody's been talking like this is the end of your fucking legacy. Like, your channel's going down. Like, how? You've gone through schisms in your friend group 5 million times. How is this going to stop you?
Leo's leading the charge, and I'm not really going to fucking go into it with him. That's
so just ignore him.
What?
Just ignore him then.
I mean, do I have to get off my ass and go make content? Yeah. Thoughts cross my mind. I can't bitch and say that I have distractions now, which I totally don't. So yeah, no, there's that. But as for this, why? Let's say hypothetically, since you want to go that route, I will play along.
All right.
Let's say hypothetically you were focused on one person. Why that person?
Why that person? Immense connection, amazing chemistry. What is the word? Attachment from being together for so long. I mean, it's
how long?
Like a sunken cost.
Hypothetically, theoretically, how long?
A hot minute. A hot minute.
Under 2 years? Over 2 years?
A hot minute.
Okay. Jesus.
I thought that much came out already, though.
I heard it as an allegation. That's why I said several times, I was like, hey, look, if this is just X's being X's, I'd like to hear the other side of the story, and then you didn't come forward, and I was like, all right, well.
It's half and half. It really is half and half, where sometimes it's legit. The other times,
well, wait. So
it's us button heads.
I've got this one ready for that one, though.
What's that?
So once your ex has accused you of being a predator, you should really stop talking to them and calling them.
I have something to respond to that, but that would involve saying some private shit.
Does anyone in the chat disagree? Even if you hate me, you feel free to type 1 on this one. If your girlfriend is calling you a predator, it's probably time to stop talking to them.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and fucking say it, since you're going to keep pushing that. I mean, if that's true, I think vice versa is also true.
I mean, were you underage?
No, God fucking damn it, Anthony. Saying like, hey,
was this person, were they involved with somebody underage?
No, okay, fuck it, I'll just say it. Me and Mint have talked to each other intermittently. Sometimes I had her, sometimes she had me. It just happens. See, there's a little more going on here. It's not just Vida man harass Mint constantly.
So why did you delete her? So as Step pointed out, why did you delete everything?
Delete everything?
Yeah.
Same reason I downed a bottle of pills. That was a spur of the moment thing. Did not think.
So from what I'd heard, Leo claimed your mom said that you didn't, or spat them out immediately or something like that.
Well, no, I did take some of them, like I was going through some form of overdose. But I don't know if you've ever had like 15 pills in your mouth before. You can't swallow them very fast, and you do know the taste of a pill when it starts dissolving in your mouth? You're going to have an involuntarily gag reflex.
Okay, like so again, I will apologize in advance for... I guess this will count as buddy, but when I take Kratom, I don't take more than 2 at a time.
Oh, dude. I've been doing Kratom. Kratom's fucking nice.
No, I've heard. I've heard.
I don't go too hard, except for that one day somebody insisted I hadn't had any, and I ended up vomiting, but whole nother story.
Well, I will take responsibility for that one since we made the suggestion to Vida. I will hold back the other person's name and just say that was me. Holy shit, Anthony. Yes.
I typically take
I have all the info. Okay. Are you going to stop then?
Stop what?
Like contacting the hypothetical theoretical person?
It's a weird situation where it goes both ways. And we do have some agreements in place.
Like here's the whole gist. Speaking as someone who's been dragged off to court and beaten a restraining order twice, it starts to add up, and you'll probably get lucky considering the current situation that the first one will probably be over the phone. Like that's no bueno when you got to hop in a plane and fucking go to a court. Like dead serious. You could, anybody in the chat be like, he's being buddy. Hey, if it gets him to stop. I'm just trying to make sense here.
2 things. One, me and Mint do have a lot of like private agreements on that shit, and that's why it's always frustrating when other people start trying to butt in.
Block her. You can.
Oh no, I removed her last time myself. But other than that, I'm just gonna say it does help my case at least if somebody's insisting while you're harassing them and all that. They're contacting me too. Not gonna look good in that argument. Like at that point, it shows kind of like it's reciprocal, or what's the word? Reciprocal.
I mean, would you be against a 2-way freaking restraining order?
I don't want to get a restraining order against her.
I think this girl would. Mint, would you be okay if the restraining order went both ways?
Is she in chat?
No.
Oh fuck! It's 9 p.m. I thought it was morning. Shit.
I won't say who told me that. Yeah, no, that's basically my whole thought. I was like, well, you know what? I'm probably not going to... If I sit there and do this gently enough, it'll be a lot harder for you to sit there and say why you need to keep doing it. So
what are you getting at?
I did. Here's another one I wanted to put too. Maybe if you didn't act like a giant colossal ass, and this would have helped a lot better before my situation, you'd have been able to get a girlfriend based off of some of the merits of the shit that you was doing that were positive, which you had a couple of.
On the other hand, why would I want to date anyone from the pony community?
They don't have to be from the pony community. I heard you tried to break into some kind of religious thing.
Oh, no, I was just, I was learning how to do some fucking tarot card shit from somebody.
Okay.
She was mildly cute, and then she got fucking dreadlocks. I'm like, nah.
I mean... I still don't... Was she of age?
Yeah, I think she's about my age.
Well, what was the turn off there?
Dreadlocks? Like, dude, dreadlocks are fucking nasty to me.
No, okay.
Especially if you're white as, like, you know, fucking ice cream, like vanilla ice cream, dude. That just does not work.
Okay, so let me... As tactless as this is going to be, I'm going to give you this fucking discussion, because I am trying to appeal in any way, shape, or form to get Vida to move on here. So, you can't afford a brand new car, if you get my analogy. So sometimes you have to go to the used car dealer, and sometimes you have to compromise. Now, I'm suggesting the model that you are currently pursuing let's say that it comes with too many problems, the too much financing for you, boy.
Okay, look, I get what you're going at. You're like going for this angle of, well, you really leave Mint alone. I'm not contacting her. In fact, I removed her this time, and I told her basically what I want if she contacts me again. And I'm not planning on contacting her until she contacts me. I'm not saying I won't talk to her, but I'm not going to contact her first. I mean, well, besides this one agreement we have, but that's that's a one-off thing.
What's the downside of not talking to Mint?
What do you mean? I said I guess I want to talk to Mint. That's the downside.
I mean, okay, so let's put it this way: even if you were a predator and if you stopped, in a couple of years from now, you could be like, I've moved beyond that, and the sooner you walked away from this situation, maybe in a year or two from now, you might have your shit together.
What are you getting at? Are you just saying you need to move on and better yourself so you're in a better position? Is that what you're getting at?
I mean, I don't know, like whether or not you orbited Mint or not, maybe if you stopped and moved on, and you could be like, again, no offense, Mint. You could be like, well, I was in a bad place there. I got too deep. I didn't know how to stop. But the minute you stop, the minute you fucking goddamn stop doing something stupid, and the only person who is going to keep you from either continuing or starting, or you're the only person that can make you stop or getting thrown in jail, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm aware.
I mean, if you wind up, speaking of which, are you still on, is there a hearing coming for the assault?
My lawyer's handling all that. He just said, hey, I'll let you know if you need to show up.
Okay.
He's got a good rep around here, so I'm pretty confident.
Okay. Wasn't that a wake-up call?
What?
Like, fucking, you, let's say, bumped into a cop at least?
No, okay, so what happened there was, all right, so this is, I'm sure I'm going to get no fucking sympathy from anyone here, but I'll give you the context nonetheless.
Okay.
Okay, so I did, I got put in cuffs, taken to the hospital. I negotiated with the cops on the way there, talked to the sergeant, all that, and they're like, hey, just don't cause any more problems for the day, and we won't press charges. I'm like, I can do that. And so I didn't get charges pressed until later down the line, after several days being in the hospital, right? I've been talking to different psychiatrists. I'm like, look, I'm fine now. I'm not posing any threat to myself. I seem normal. I know you can tell I seem normal. I have my family here, and I'm willing to do some things here to help you feel better. Like they can, I don't know, get rid of all the sharp objects, take the pills, all that shit. So I'll be completely fucking safe. So I was willing to do all that shit purely for one reason. And that is, I don't want to go to the mental hospitals around here. They don't help. As a matter of fact,
no, I've talked to people who've told me that mental hospitals can be a lot worse than jail.
Oh no, I 100% believe that. But on top of that, turns out they were still going to send me to one. Right? Turns out the one they were going to send me to, and by the way, the name is Bryn Mawr. When I was around 7 or 8, I believe, somewhere around there. I barely remember it, but my mom does. She got a call at one point from, I don't remember who it was, but there was some kind of state investigation going on for abuse against me there. And I have very bad experiences with those places. So as a result, when they insisted on sending me to one and shoving everything I had to say aside, and, not having anyone there to prevent, like, a mental break or anything like that, because fuck, you're sending me to one of those places. Yeah, it ended badly for everybody involved.
Well, what did you think was going to happen when you, like, told everybody, you announced to the world that you were taking a bunch of pills?
I mean, I think that what was more impactful was the fact that I did take a bunch of pills. But even so, I went in there, I showed I was fine, I seemed stable, they outright said I was stable. Even the fucking, okay, so you got to see like 3 people, right? There's a psychiatrist, a doctor, and I don't remember what he is, like a social worker. Social worker dude was the first person I talked to, and he was like, yeah, you seem stable, I understand, this might actually end badly, let's see what we can do. Psychiatrist was like, no.
Well, I'm not a doctor. I've beaten that up over the head fucking several times, and if you tell me that a doctor thinks that there's a problem with you, especially after you had a really big fucking situation like that, I think most people would agree that you have some problems to some form and fashion.
Oh, no, 100%. But
So
yeah, that's what I'm getting at, right? Is it's not just, oh, I attacked a cop or something like that. There's more nuance to it. There's other things the cops fucked up on during the handling of the situation. And right now, I'm just gonna say I'm getting my lawyer. That's my current thing. I'm getting my lawyer, my mental records. You know, all the information on what's happened in the past, all that shit. So I'm pretty hopeful it'll turn out well. At the most, I'm gonna have to do community service for a bit. That's about it.
what is your game plan then?
Game plan in regards to what?
Like life?
Like what I'm doing going forward.
I guess.
I mean, I'm having fun online, playing some games, hanging out with friends, streaming. As a side note, I'm looking into different careers, looking at cybersecurity at the moment, but I don't want to get a career that's a 40-hour job. Fuck that noise. So it's really just trying to figure out what exactly I'm willing to do and what I want to do.
You're gonna run out of time, boss.
Hey, I'm actually putting in effort. Not like I could do half the shit right now anyways, because I've gone over this with other people, but basically I'm in a dead-end area. I can't do much. I need to just focus on improving other parts of myself. Now I get a car and a license. Now we're talking.
Well, again, I would strongly suggest that you avoid talking to Mint. That's probably going to end horribly. I know what I need to do to stay out of my situation.
I still don't get it. Why the fuck is Leo going after you? Like, what the hell did you do?
One too many times. That's what I'm going to guess.
Really, that's it? Just, oh, you fucked up too many times?
So what I said to hate was, if Leo is basically learning to have less and less patience, I mean, good for him. I can't sit there and say it is what it is.
Not gonna lie, you seem a little bit pussy whipped here, even though Leo ain't got a pussy, as far as I'm aware.
I mean, if you're thinking I'm going to go fight Leo for you, that's not going to happen.
I'm not even in this community anymore, dude. But just saying, you're seeming like a doormat here.
Sure.
You planning on not making content anymore, or what's your plan here?
I don't know. I'll respond to Bunny in chat here. So basically, I don't know. I'm just kind of remembering fucking what Coyote Lovely said, where he's like, "Oh, you only care about yourself," and I'm like, see, if that were true, I'd be listening to this dipshit right now, but that's not happening.
I'm just saying, man, just don't be a fucking doormat.
Well, no, obviously. But at the same time, I mean, fuck.
Fuck what?
I mean, it is what it is. I guess I gotta go back to the fucking drawing board and go work some shit out. That's it.
Well, there's one thing, and I don't mean to shit talk you when I say this, there's one thing that you're really good at. If you lose a bunch of people, you can find some other random fucking bronies on the internet who will happily sit there and do shit with you. That's just how it goes. I've noticed that with you. You can take away half your chat, you'll just get another half back. Am I wrong?
I don't think that there's really a fandom left.
Is there? I haven't been paying attention.
I haven't been paying attention either.
The fuck have you been off doing?
I don't feel like going into that either.
I could just glance at your fucking channel, I guess.
Well, that would do it. That would probably figure it out for you.
Oh yeah, the Purple Tinker thing. I remember seeing that. I'm like, what the fuck? I get what you're going on about Purple Tinker, but this.
So
this
here's the whole gist of it. I don't feel like talking about the same person since, you know, obviously they've moved on, and that's it.
You just getting tired of repeating the same thing about the same people over and over?
I will admit that someone I'm cool with pointed out, "Damn, Anthony, you and Decembers," and I was like, "Oh, that is a eureka moment."
Decembers? Who's Decembers?
3 Decembers in a row where all hell has completely fantastically shit the bed.
I mean, you got to end the year with a bang, and that's one way to do it.
Well, wasn't aiming to do it. So anyways, I guess that's... Not saying I believe you on this one. I don't think me screaming at him's going to really bring any fucking goddamn thing here.
Leo?
What?
Leo or screaming at who?
In my head, the conversation I had, I was going to try and bring up all the fucking reasons why I thought. I was like, okay, so let's pretend if I tried to talk logic to Vida on all the reasons why he should bother not talking to Mint Heart, maybe he wouldn't be able to come up with reasons. And all I'm hearing is, well, I've got this secret agreement. And I was like,
no,
in this very special box over here. All your answers that you can't see.
There's one thing I will say, though. You can say whatever you want about me. I don't care. That's your own business. What you can't say is that I'm selfish. Like, because holy fuck, after all this shit, you cannot say I'm selfish. I've heard a couple people say that, like, back when I was paying attention. Like, everybody's like, oh, he's selfish, he's narcissistic. Yes, so selfish and narcissistic. I'm focusing on her above myself. While
you have to then. Okay, so I think you're not in the right mental headspace, correct?
I'm kind of iffy. 1 foot in, 1 foot out at this point. After I last talked to her.
So let's put it this way. I feel very comfortable not shit talking Mint, but saying that they're perhaps not in the best place.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable talking to Mint. I've told Mint that I don't feel comfortable talking to Mint. Be the adult. Walk away.
I don't think that's necessarily being the adult, but I mean, I'm not talking to her right now. I'm not pushing through right now because she's doing her whole. I don't want to talk
again.
To you,
the argument here, instead of screaming at him, which he'll just fucking leave, is I'm trying to make a fucking goddamn argument. I'm like, hey, look, even if I believe for whatever bullshit reason that you are completely not predatorial here, the girl is saying you are. You should probably walk away. So there you go.
All I'm gonna say is what you say does not. How do I rephrase that? You can say one thing, but have your actions show.
Okay, another. Charlie, how exactly is this me being a selfish piece of shit?
God damn it!
No, I'd like to hear this.
Charlie, are you really expecting a good point?
No, I'm not doing that.
I'm not even paying attention to the chat. I got a game open at the moment.
No, I'm aware of it. They're not going to listen, but I asked. I'd prefer to fail in my own form and fashion.
So, how are you being selfish? I want to know this one now. What are you doing that's so selfish?
I pissed off my best friend.
By streaming?
I did ask them to come along to kind of moderate, and
was it Brony? And they said, they were like, "Why aren't you giving me space?" Yada yada.
No, that didn't come out. I assumed, Vida, why do you not have the right? You have not changed. Ben, you need to calm down a bit there. Vida, walk away. Completely predatorial. He didn't start talking to Mint when she was 14. He said very clearly he's not going to answer that question. But
anything that can get me in trouble, I'm avoiding it.
No, I know.
If you really want an answer, just phrase it in a way that isn't going to get me in trouble, and then we're good.
Okay, so hypothetically, if you would talk to, so legally, I believe the term, and I'm not a lawyer, is fruit of the poisonous tree. It's basically when a cop has done something to kind of muddy the evidence, it gets thrown out. Maybe if you were involved
when they aren't meant to have that evidence, that's fruit of the poison tree.
Yeah, and I'm saying, like, if you've had some kind of predisposition towards someone when they were younger, don't you think that that's, yeah, at the very least? Like, shouldn't you slam down the brakes there?
In regards to earlier, absolutely. Hypothetically, if it were to happen way earlier, yeah, I'd be able to look back from now and be like, yeah, I really shouldn't have done that. That was a massive fuck up on my part. But then I have to look at how things currently are. I'm like, well, is she an adult? Okay. Is there something there? Potentially. Okay, what's the current situation?
Well, would you say that Mint had this 14-year-old had a series of issues when they were 14?
What about that?
Well, did you feel that they were there?
Were there, like, mentally?
Well, like I'm pointing out here, even were you aware that there was some problems with Mint when she was 14?
To an extent, yeah. They weren't as bad as they are now, but
isn't that enough to be like, okay, This is there's a whole kinds of muddied ass waters here, beyond the fact that they're 14.
Present? You mean at muddied water here as
by the way, you
present
just
right
straight
now?
up admitted it too. So,
Oh, we're talking hypotheticals.
then you said mint.
Oh, we're talking about the hypothetical of mint.
Hypothetical mint. Yes, just like the hypothetical. All I know is I'm completely clear putting out all my DMs with fucking mint hard yield. They're rather bland. I guess if we went back far enough, there might be some screaming and yelling, but there's nothing sexual. That's for damn sure.
Well, all I'm saying now is right now is what I'm focused at. Right now, if there was hypothetically something to happen in the past, that's very wrong. You should not do that. Very bad. However, right now, hypothetically, well, actually, no, this is straight up. Right now, she's an adult.
Okay, so hypothetically, why did you
going off the here and
now? Why did you threaten to fucking deport their mom?
Because her mom had got on call and was talking shit. I'm like, motherfucker, you're illegal. Let's fucking go.
Jesus Christ.
You
Do you ever watch other people fuck up and going, I promise not to do this?
No, I don't really watch people fuck up.
Maybe you should start. Maybe you should take a look and be like, this is how not to fuck up on something.
Okay. Look, man, when you got some fucking Mexican bitch screaming at you, being obnoxious and also retarded, her mom's retarded.
Leave.
At that point, no, you know me. I'm going to fucking plant my feet down and shit talk back.
You got committed going the Vida way.
Okay, that was a very iffy situation. That was like the perfect storm situation. That's not something that happens every other day when I'm arguing with people. Matter of fact, arguing with people really wasn't even remotely the reason for that.
Jesus Christ. I don't know what you're on about, Step. Let's not get derailed on that.
Yeah, Step is probably going on about some dumb shit with Mint, I take it, yeah?
No, actually, no. I'm not going to go into it.
All right, fair enough. What was I going to go on about? There was other shit.
Let me ask this hypothetically, theoretically. Why were you involved with two different women when you claimed it? I don't do the, what was it, like polyamory?
No, I don't do polyamory. So there was, so here's the thing, right?
Uh-huh.
If I say abuse, everybody's going to disagree, but you know what? Fuck it. I believe it was. So
okay.
I was in a relationship with Jazz, who was, at least of age in terms of, various aspects. I'm not going to say about various other aspects, but at least to me, somebody is, if they hit the age of consent, how the fuck am I going to tell them, they can't date people when, they can go and fuck anyone they want to? That's my stance on it. But so, I was dating her and she was not very nice, to say it the least.
Okay.
Honestly.
All right. So let's go back to that one. Because sure. I've had a couple of people going, oh, you have Stockholm Syndrome, Anthony, blah, 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 about the 2 X's ago. The problem with that is I was an adult. I could have opted out at least after the first one.
Well, back then, I actually gave a shit about my my standing with Beryl and shit. So I felt like, judging from the way she was going, where she was taunting, telling people, I'm like, well, fuck, I'm blackmailed into this now. So I ended up in this situation where, she's constantly shitting on me and all this other shit, just making me feel awful about myself.
Was Mint the same time as that?
No. I was not dating Mint.
Reading the chat right now.
No.
Okay.
But like hypothetically,
I heard Jazz went to go talk to you about that.
In regards to what?
So rumor got around that Jazz came up to you and asked why was she not good enough that you went back to Mint or some shit like that, or which a lot of people had.
Didn't get asked that.
Oh, she didn't?
No, she hit me up and we were buddy for a while because fucking women, man, just fucking women.
I only heard secondhand about the shit that went down over there, but unlike some people, I'm not gonna go fucking take a shot at people's relationship falling apart. Hi, by the way.
Yellow. But yeah, no.
Yes, Taze, FNGR absolutely called freaking Stallion a slaughter exactly what he is. And the only reason I edited that out is for YouTube reasons.
I will say, man, if you have your fucking kid posing with like a pony body pillow, that's a little bit uncomfortable. I'm just saying.
Mint says he was cheating on Jazz with me with her. Are you sure you remember? You said your memory's a little foggy.
Who said what now? They got a little bit crossy.
It's in the chat.
I'm not looking at the chat. I don't even have your stream
Okay. Well, you're Mint. I don't want to say your ex. Mint in the chat is saying, but he was cheating on Jazz with me while with her.
Yes, true. Because when you're getting shit talked and made to feel like a human piece of shit for a while, and you do have somebody there who actually, gives a shit about you and makes you feel good, you make bad decisions every now and then.
Okay, so seeing as how all right, so let me cut you off there. We've dated the same shitty person, a redhead, a lifetime ago. I forget the name. I don't. I'm just being nice. I broke it off with her before seeing anybody else. It's not hard. Okay, it is hard, but
okay,
the sooner you rip out that the sooner you rip out that trap. I refuse to believe that Jazz could have been worse than you know who, and not.
Ooh.
That woman sucked all the life out of the room.
You ever had a fucking person you were dating start shitting on you nonstop, make you feel like a horrible person because somebody was giving you a present?
Not exactly that.
Yeah, no, that's the level of shit we're talking. I mentioned fucking porn. She got pissed at me like, you're looking at porn. I'm
okay, so
the only one. I'm like, no,
so
no.
The standard disclaimer that I tell everybody here is that part of telling people not to date people under the age of 18 is also to protect the adult, because once you get caught and the kid can use it against you, it's like driving under the influence. Even if you were being completely fucking goddamn responsible, when that cop pulls you the fuck over and you blow fucking the DUI, everybody's gonna think you're the asshole, right?
I mean, in the pony community, yeah.
Okay, what community where that's okay?
Well, no, here's the thing, right? Most of the impact of my actions are almost solely focused in the pony community.
But you said you're not in the community.
Yeah, that's it. Right there. You just said it. So I'm not in this community, meaning there's very little consequences I can face. Like, you can go, well, legally, yada, yada. Well, we'll see what comes of that. But, like, in terms of what everybody thinks of me around here, that doesn't impact me in every other aspect of my life.
I've tried to be pretty fair here, and I've tried fucking doing everything in my power to fucking reason with you as opposed to scream and shout, because I don't think it'll do any good, and I'm sure you've heard it already.
Reasoning to get me to think what, or to do what?
Move on. Just move on from Mid. Jesus.
Move on? You mean like emotionally, or?
All of it. Just stop talking to her.
I mean, I'm just going to take it as it goes, honestly. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean,
you know what? At least I'm glad Toon Critic doesn't have this much chutzpah. I think my head would have exploded by now.
Now, like I said, there's everybody wants to put in their 2 cents on what I should do, what the situation is, all this shit, when almost nobody has the full picture, or they're biased to hell and back. So that's why, for the most part, people, what they're saying to do, I'm not gonna put too much value into it. I'll think about it, but
this is me being petty. Remember, you used to call me a psychopath. Am I still in the lead?
I don't remember what the fuck I called you a psychopath for.
The redneck, the psychopath, the fat ass when corpulent were there, and
the redneck. You're from fucking Illinois.
No, it was when we were in the PFC, and you called Licky the redneck. The fat ass was corpulent, fuck. And I was the psychopath. I'm just curious about that.
Well, I was still getting into drama, and I thought, you know how when you're one of those people who is not used to drama and you're like part of the positive crowd, anything even remotely negative is overblown to you? Like, somebody doing something minor seems like literally Satan. It's kind of like that.
No, I'm pretty nutty. I think that's hard to... Chap, you'd agree I'm pretty nutty, right?
I mean, I don't think anybody's going to disagree. You're pretty nutty.
Jesus Christ. Did you think the hat picture would come back to haunt you?
I mean, I've seen it around. I'm like, you know what? If you're going to use a picture, that's a pretty good one.
You gave it to me.
That.
You totally gave it to me.
No. I mean, I admire the usage of that. That's good meme. That's good meme. I approve.
Oh, all right, Vita. I think I'm gonna have a couple of people on to rebuttal, and I don't think that I want to have you and them in the same call, so I will end the call now, if that's all right.
All right. Well, give me a heads up how it goes. I'll be
Well,
playing.
I can't say Godspeed, so. Oh, goddamn. So, Minda, I hope you're still around. I'm gonna try and call you back on Skype. Jesus Christ. I'm glad you're here, Crook. Let's talk about this. let me talk about Crook's big brain move here. So, since Crook is back, Crook winded up block. Oh, here we go. Sandy Bloodfang. The house is burning down. Anthony feels fine. I have been that meme. Don't spend it all in one place. Thank you. So, Crook winds up blocking fucking my ex for saying I don't want to deal with politics. Crook has given me money in chat, and I've actively voted for, supported, and tweeted about Trump. You are a big brain winner, Crook. I was so confused by that. And I've not hit it either. Da, 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 da. New gig. He appreciates the concern. Neat. Mint, are you around, since this was essentially your idea? Okay, I'm going to assume you're ready now. Hello.
Hello, ski, my broski.
Now, again, before I recorded this, before I went live, I said I don't want you talking to Vida. I wasn't going to put you in call with Vida.
Oh, you're no fun. But yes, I completely understand. No, that's
fucking
I'm
no.
kidding. Jesus.
Aren't you trying to get a restraining order? What the fuck?
I mean, I have other things to worry about, but that will come in time. I am very busy with real life things, okay? I have more important things to worry about than the
You still talk to Leo,
coming
right?
into my Leo, yeah.
Well, why didn't you go to him with any of this dumb shit?
With what dumb shit?
Any of this dumb shit.
With what specifically? There's a lot of dumb shit that's
literally every time I sent you cash to say something to Rouge. Crook, explain to me how you blocking Rouge is my fault. Go ahead, I'd like to explain. Hear this.
I'm so confused.
Okay, so I'll repeat it again. Crook got really pissed off at Rouge because Rouge is like, I just don't want to deal with politics. And she like winds up blocking you, doing that you're part of the problem. Now, knowing that I'm actually pro-Trump and she's one of those fight the power people, she's given me money and support. Like, I was so dumbfounded and stupefied by that. Go on a date. Good luck with that one, Rouge. I'll tell you what I told fucking Vida when they dated my first brony ex.
Knickers.
I know. Oh, yeah. There you go. Good luck with that one.
I know so much history about Vida and Knickers and all his other exes, honestly.
I wasn't even mad when they went off. I already assumed he was going to take all the abuse he could handle and back once that was over. I was like,
dude,
okay.
Vida has a shitty history of picking very abusive women and cheating on literally the only good person who treated him right for 5 goddamn years. Do you remember Solar Flare, Anthony?
I do remember. We're going to bring up Jess?
No, we're going to bring up Aurora. Vida's very first, maybe not very first because Knickers came before Aurora. Aurora was like ages ago. Pastel Pros knew her, so maybe Pastel will remember.
She got kind of like a country accent.
I don't fucking.
So here's what I remember.
She and I talked like maybe once or twice.
So here's what I remember.
Ago.
Unless that fucking Vida tried to screw around with like a second girl with Solar. Vida came to us and said that fucking so and so was accusing Solar of abuse. So we politely came up to Solar and said, we're hearing serious accusations that you're beating the crap out of such and such. He turns on his webcam. I'm making her breakfast right now. And he had a skillet and some eggs, I think. It was definitely a skillet or a pan or something. He was cooking breakfast for his woman.
Yikes.
We somehow eventually it was me, Kichi, Toon, oddly enough, where we sat down with Solar, tried to explain everything. He winded up breaking off with her. Somehow Vida came out of that one scot-free. I don't fucking know how.
Oh, Anthony, he did not come out of that scot-free. Here, let me tell you what happened. So, me and Vida started dating in like November of 2015. Yes, 2015. And Aurora was dating Solar, and I got to know Aurora because of Gordo, if you remember him.
Okay.
And because she helped me out of a pretty dark time in my life. So, as cringy as it is, Aurora and Solar Flare were like my fandom parents. And I found out that Vito was talking to Aurora, and I'm like, she's taken, because I know how he is. He's a horny bastard. I'm like, she's taken. Don't try to get into her pants. He's like, I'm not trying to get into her pants. Fucking liar. He got interested in Aurora. They started fooling around and shit while he was with me and while she was with Solar. And I was very hurt because, I was a fucking child. This is somebody who I was dating. I'm like, and I told Vida I fucking hate her, And he told her, and she's like, "What the? Well, why do you hate me?" And this and that, and a big fight happened, and that was a whole mess and a half in and of itself. Solar and I, ended up getting left in the dust while Vita ran off with Aurora, and it didn't even last a month. This all happened in the month of November, and I come to find by like January almost. Yeah, but January of 2016. Actually, no, wait, hold on. I think I'm getting my dates a little messed up. No, we started dating in November of 2016. Never mind. In January of 2017, he came back and he's like, "Oh yeah, me and Aurora broke up," and and he came to apologize and try to be friends again. And you know what happened? Aurora cheated on Vida with Solar Flare, and her old, like a different ex. Actually, no. Like she had Solar Flare. There was a different ex who she was also messing around with. Solar got her pregnant, and unfortunately for her, she went through a miscarriage. She went through several back in the day, and that was kind of the end of that whole thing. Like he said the same shit about Aurora that he did about Jazz. How she was abusive. She constantly berated him and this and that. So you'd think that he'd learn from this experience and not date a crazy person. Because let's be fair, Jazz is pretty mentally unstable. She's gone through some shit in her life. And on top of that, Vida is a complete and utter asshole. He doesn't care about any of the shit his partners is into. It's always, hey, look, let's watch this video about Dungeons and Dragons or about Dead by Daylight or whatever random bullshit he's into. Let's listen to the Proto Men because that's my favorite.
When was the last time that you contacted Vida?
The last time I talked to Vida was, damn, it's been like a week at this point.
God damn it, man.
I know. So it first happened on Thanksgiving. I got drunk. I took 7 shots of Fireball and I had 3 margaritas. So needless to say, as someone who never drinks, I got drunk.
Are you seeing therapist at all, or?
I've been really busy with work, and I missed an appointment with my therapist and didn't set up another one. But I'm getting back to that eventually. With time, that'll happen.
So I know this is one of those hypocritical things but like, God damn it, man, you really.
I know I screwed up.
Now, when I say stay offline, just stop talking to people online.
I have a job.
One more time. Did I contact you?
No.
Okay.
Okay, I have a job. I'm doing better, okay? It's a slow process. But look, I spent...
I do appreciate the 112 live view watchers right now, Mint.
Okay,
I despite what everyone thinks, I would prefer Mint maybe go away and not get into this kind of shit. Not asked to talk to
Anthony. Look, I understand completely why people people get upset with me, especially like Leo and Step and Opal, because they're helping me the most throughout every time I go back and talk to Vida. What people seem to fail to understand, at least in my experience from explaining it 500 different fucking times, is for the past 3 years of my life, I spent at least 15 to 20 hours, maybe even 30 hours, a fucking like. Over the course of 2 days, we spend nearly 2 full days in call with each other. with only brief breaks for, when we were sleeping, when I had to go do something, or I had to go to work, or he was playing video games with his friends, or doing some shit in jail. So for the past 3 years,
whether
we
I've
have been
experienced
pretty much
one
together.
or two relationships that are hyper fucking intensive, and it's kind of whiplash popping out of them. Again, the sooner you rip out that shrapnel, the better.
No, I get it, but it's not that easy. Anthony, have you ever spend almost every single waking moment of every day for past 3 years around only one person who
at least a year.
At least a year. Okay, but imagine almost 4 years of that shit. I spent nearly 4 years every single day talking to Vida, and only Vida with brief. Because I thought I was in love with him. That's why. I was stupid. I still kind of am. But we for 4 fucking years.
I can't give you shit if you're gonna say it, man. Jesus.
Yeah, we spent pretty much every single fucking minute together. We were basically inseparable. I thought I was in love with him. He said he loved me, and I was like, oh.
How many times have you lapsed back to talk to Vida?
Oh, dude, quite a bit. I can't even count or remember them.
Maybe start keeping track and be like, okay, you need to change something you're doing.
No, I know. I am keeping track of it. Yeah, I don't have them written down, but I am. It's kind of in the,
Go tell your mom.
In the back of my mind. My mom, she can't really do much to help me. We're in different time zones now. She has her own life. She works. She has her boyfriend. She still has my siblings in Oregon to take care of.
Hey, Crook, what part of me not reaching out to Mint did not sink through that puny little head of yours? Mint, did I reach out to you?
No, I reached out to Anthony, and if people are going to be upsetty spaghetti with anyone, be upset with me. It's not his fault. I mean, he could have said fuck off, but
I kind of did that the first couple times, but then you're like, hey, Vida wants to talk to you, and in Anthony's delusional mind, he's like, wouldn't that be something if Vida reached out to me right now? Oh, okay, sure, fuck it.
But that's beyond the point. Can't be mad with Anthony. It's not his fault. It's my fault.
I mean, I could start.
I
could start up a series with Miss Anthropony, how to lose friends and alienate people, co-starring Miss Anthropony. I don't think we'd have the chemistry.
No, probably not.
You're still streaming. I mean, Crook, is your butt nailed to the ground? No? Okay. I mean, we could bring back a demon for you to chicken out and run away from a 16-year-old. Did we tell you about how Big Bag Crook was going to sit Demon down and she got all tongue-tied and flustered to a little whiny 16-year-old kid?
I don't know who
you and the gremlin both fucking... Ooh, that's sad. I'm not even making anything up. That call exists. I uploaded it.
I miss so much when I don't pay attention
to
your
So Demon
channel.
Was this Monkey Jones fan that fucking...
Oh, Monkey Jones. That's the name I haven't heard in ages.
After he dropped Lou, I stopped paying attention. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be a dick.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But if you are wondering, blah, 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 I don't do anything on Twitter. Buh. Well, I think we've come to the end of it here. Let me just make sure Vida stalked and tried to get her online through mail. I mean, there's a bit more longer to that. I think we've recapped that a couple times. Does everybody need to rehear the story one more damn time? Because I wanted to get the hell out of here.
Is it story time? It's a very simple, quick story. Depending on which one. I have many stories I can tell. We're talking about through mail. I mean, email? It wasn't 36 times Bunny. It was 50. That was a fun day. According to Vida, he was going through I don't know if I should bring it up because I don't fuck. Why the fuck do I care? Apparently, he was seeing shit and he was going through weird mental problems, and I was really really pissed off. This was a few days, not a few days. This was damn. When was this? Either I was already in Nebraska or before I moved to Nebraska. He called me no, it was before. He called me 50 times. And, I screamed at him to leave me the fuck alone.
Wait a minute. I want to go back to Crook. Stop using kids for views. I mean, your beloved waifu over there came along and we had fucking Ryu on.
Ryu, he's still around?
I'm pretty sure he's younger than you, isn't he?
I think by like a year or something. Isn't he like 17?
And we do hate Ryu, though. Maybe that's it.
I mean...
Is that it?
Come on, Anthony. You can admit it. You hate me, too. Or at least you used to.
Okay, look. Maybe after you get your shit right and you stop being on fire constantly, Mint, it'll be a lot easier.
What are you talking about? I'm not on fire constantly.
Maybe not this week.
Not this week?
You wanted to be in call with Vida. Okay, that was stupid.
So I can call out his bullshit. Yes, that is stupid. No. But I calmed down.
No one believes him.
I know, but still. All the bullshit that comes out of his mouth makes me angry.
I had Tinker who wanted to come on here and like correct like people like Step, and I'm like, nobody believes Step either about that. You don't have to do 16. That. No, I want you to go on here and disavow anti-Semitism. All right, I want you to.
Oh my God.
I want you to do what was the other one? Make awareness for transphobia. All right, and I also want you to do such and such about social justice. I'm gonna cut you off right there.
Wait, she wanted streams about all of that.
Yes. Okay, so Catelyn Collins says, "Let Mint do whatever she wants to do. She's an adult, and everyone needs to leave her alone. No one here is a therapist."
I appreciate it. I think you're saying it wrong, Anthony. I believe it's pronounced Caitlin.
Oh, sorry, Caitlin.
I am in the adult category, and it's terrifying.
So, okay, Caitlin. Again, I feel it's kind of muddied the waters considering the past. That again, Gummy, Blacktooth, Scourge, Vida, whatever you want to call him. Would you like to come along, Step?
I don't want to talk to Step right now. I'll talk to him later.
Well, you know what? I'm not in the.
Unless it's going to be a purple.
I'm not in the mood to yell at anybody right now. So, Steph, if you would like to give Mintheart a little bit of grief, we can end the stream. Even
he gives me grief all the time.
You can give her grief for talking to me.
He was even DMing me while I was just watching the damn stream. And he was like, "You need to calm down." I'm like,
Anthony's not saying he's a therapist. He said several times he's not a doctor.
But did you know that Ben Shapiro's wife is a doctor?
Okay, that's fair. The fact that Anthony talks to Vida is sus. Hey Taz, how many dipshits have I had on this channel? I've had Lou the Kitty on this channel.
Oh, that was a fun time.
Yeah, did I suddenly? I'm pretty sure I talked to fucking goddamn. What was the guy who said I'm the most erotic role player you'll ever meet? What was his damn name? Performance Major. We talked to him even after we had him dead to rights. Major. We talked to Dusky Novel. We talked to fucking every Predator, including Toon Critic, up and down. You're like, now that you've talked to Vida, and I'm like, how is it sus that I'm talking to Vida?
Well, I mean, Vida reached out to Anthony. Again, you could have said no, but you've been literally waiting months to get your hands on Vida for a call. So I guess I don't blame you too much for not saying no.
Too much? What's the aggravation other than, okay, even if people wanted me to go away? I mean, giving me 100 views isn't going to make me go away.
I think most of, like, everyone here is just here to shit on you.
I mean, I've got super chats too, so...
That's true.
I've gotten way worse. I've gotten way worse from Vida. You people need to step up your fucking game. This isn't fucking even as brutal when Vida came at me.
There's nothing original to say about you.
Yeah, feel free to take clips of this stream and shit, and where he tries to sit there and walk his way out of it, because I felt like he did a shitty job. That was the whole point. I didn't need to win the fucking debate. I just needed him to say some of the shit, and he kind of stumbled over himself, and I was like, okay, that seems like it's plenty.
I have literal recordings of him saying, Emily, we've been together for 5 years.
Feel free to use parts of this stream when you go to court if you have to. Fuck. If he bothers to dispute it. He might just take the restraining.
I mean, he might. That depends. Or maybe he won't. I don't know. He can try to dispute it, and that'll be fun. I would love to spend, my time just doing stupid court battles with the man who abused me for 5 years. That's.
Well, again, I think it's a good time to call it here, people. And yeah, despite what everyone thinks, despite Mint backing it up several times that I did not reach out for Mint to talk to me on this, I didn't even know that Vida wanted to talk to me till Mint brought this to me. You could still think I'm shit, but like that part